Welcome to Pinnacle Peak Estate. This is one of my favorite parts of this home is the entry foyer. You'll notice behind me you have all kinds of natural material and natural light coming through the big picture window behind me. We have stucco walls on this side that flow all the way from the exterior through to the interior. This beautiful stone that goes all the way through the wall and the window intersects it. Looks across the desert landscape with a bridge across the wash that just falls right off into the desert. I'm here with my project manager, Jeff Salzman, today, who ran this project. And he's been here from the start, and we're now at punch list. Jeff, we're standing in the great room. It is a pretty great room. A lot of cool features here. What's some of your favorite features from this space?
Well, this fireplace stands out. Like this fireplace a lot. We have the stone veneer and metal combination along with the quartzite slab. Just all those different materials working together, and looks really good.
For sure. Yeah, definitely a statement piece in this room. All the transom windows up above, bringing in all the light above the roof. A very cool feature that the architect brought in with, we'd call this Frank Lloyd Wright style.
Yes.
Yeah. So very cool feature that brings in lots of natural light. It looks really elegant. It looks timeless, but also brought some complications or maybe some tough problem solving on how to get air and heating and cooling in here, right?
There were a few issues. With this style house, we have no access space or no attic access space.
Yep.
Running ductwork was not an option, so we had to use mini split AC systems.
Yep.
See 3 of them in this room. That was the only way to get this room conditioned. We couldn't use a conventional AC system.
Yeah, so maybe explain a little bit on how these mini splits work. So you can see the units. There's one in the dining room over there. There's 2 along this big wall of glass. And so explain to me how that unit works.
Well, it's basically an air handler up in the ceiling. So we do still have the traditional condensers outside, just like a regular AC system. But this is an air handler. So it is both a return and a supply, so it sucks the air in that needs to be conditioned, and then it conditions it and blows out the conditioned air as well.
So another amazing feature in this great room is this big wall of glass behind me. So these are 2 big doors that open up and slide and cover that end of the window. That one goes all the way to that side, so it really brings in the indoor-outdoor. You walk out to a sunken fire feature, pool off that just looks like it's rising out of the desert. So again, giving some kudos here to landscape architect as well as the house architect. Pretty unique scenario here with a father-son duo on that, and there was a lot of thought that went into putting all of the landscape and house together at the same time. So, and the doors and windows in this were very integral in that design. So as we stand here in the kitchen, you're going to notice a lot of the natural earth tones that come together. And again, architect did a great job. And of course, one of our favorite designers that we get to work with on a lot of projects, Alicia Taylor and her team, knocked it out of the park and really brought this kitchen to life. You got this hot rolled steel table that comes out of the natural oak cabinets with the natural stone quartzite slab on top. It blends so well with the floors, which is a porcelain tile made to look like stone. And then up on the ceiling, you have a white oak tongue and groove material that I'm happy and proud to announce that our interior carpentry team did all the white oak trim work in this house, and you'll see some more of it throughout. So big shout out to the MSH carpentry team on that. So we're standing here in the kitchen on the appliance wall, and this is a built-in coffee maker by Gaggenau, and all of the components are hidden in the wall. It's all plumbed, so drain lines, water lines, everything all built into the appliance. So next to the coffee maker, we have the Thermador wine fridge, dual oven, Gaggenau, and then fridge freezer combo, Thermador panel ready faces. So backsplash at the hood and range, another amazing detail by Alicia Taylor and team. It's a ceramic tile that is made to look like natural stone that just blends perfectly with all the natural earth tones going on in this home. Standing here in the dining room, you have this nice corner butt glazed window that goes floor to ceiling, brings in all kinds of natural light, gives you views out into the desert, across the yard. And what's cool to note about this is a butt glazed corner, and it makes it a much smaller frame, so you're not getting obstructed by a big bulk of black frame there. And this is just a corner piece that wraps over the two pieces of glass. So as we walk through this metal transition from the entry foyer, we head into the primary wing. We head left, heads into the office. Or we can head right into the primary bedroom. All right, so standing in the primary bedroom suite, this is the bed wall. Bed will come off this. We have the see-through fireplace over here with some custom steel work, all the beautiful stonework with the bathroom on the other side. Sliding glass doors that go all the way to the corner and just capture the beautiful desert views. You'll also notice on the ceiling some more of the beautiful trim work, white oak tongue and groove that the MSH carpentry team installed. And then you can follow me this way into the bathroom. In the bathroom, the beautiful freestanding tub, picture window. We got a shade pocket, so shade drops right out of the ceiling if you need privacy from the window, but lets in natural light when you don't need the privacy. You got her side of the vanity, integrated sinks, makeup vanity area, his vanity on this side, and then beautiful steam shower with tile floors, tile ceiling, stone slabs on all the walls. Off the primary bathroom, we come into the exercise room. Really cool space with, again, lots of natural light coming in from the desert. You'll notice all the beautiful millwork and trim work, white oak, complementing all the cabinetry, tying into the beautiful wood floors. So as we're just finishing up the punch list on this home, there's still a few small items that we're wrapping up. This will be mirrors between the wood panels that you see on the wall, so that'll really finish off this exercise room. As we continue down the hallway, out of the master bathroom, we head down to the closet. So we have his and her closet, so we have her closet here, lots of great space. Heading back to this end, we have his closet with some cabinets in the hallway, on into the closet room, as well as all of the audio video control. Then we circle back into the office. A couple finishing pieces we have left in here. You'll notice these shelves on the ground. We have some custom brass posts that are being fabricated and completed that will hold these two black shelves behind the desk that'll be sitting right here. So as we head out of the kitchen over towards the bar area, really cool design here. It's not a huge space, but it's just designed very well. You have the tambour white oak panels on the front of the bar, quartzite, stone, tiled walls all the way across the back. So we got some nice custom shelves that we built back here for storage of wine glasses, liquor, etc. to serve the bar. There's some appliances back here, as well as a little bar sink that was built in and integrated out of the quartzite. So as you continue past the bar, you enter into the den. This is a little bit more of an informal TV lounge room, if you will. So you'll notice the TV on the wall here. Our carpentry team did all this paneling along with this shelf. where we did a little hidden, built-in remote control container into the shelf. Awesome wall of glass that looks out into the courtyard between the guest house and the main house here. Okay, so this feature wall behind me evolved during the project. It wasn't originally planned or specified to be this timber white oak with a hidden door built into it, but we did some of the other timber and white oak throughout the home, and the client loved it so much, we threw out the idea of, hey, what if we incorporate it into the whole wall, panel your door with it, it'll just look like a wall that goes away, and you have a hidden door into this bedroom, and they just love the idea from inception. So right behind the main kitchen is this big butler's pantry, prep kitchen area, lots of storage. You also have the microwave in this area as well, but lots of lower cabinets, all this open shelving, a great space for storage off the kitchen. As we head down the hall, we enter into the powder bathroom. Some nice custom features going on here. Again, the white oak tambour. We got the slab integrated sink, and the faucet coming out of the sidewall is kind of a cool feature. And one of the finishing pieces is a mirror that'll be on this wall all the way from the countertop up to the ceiling. We continue down this hallway past the powder bath. This is the entry from the garage, so we got some storage, key drop area as they come in, their alarm station. And another more common feature that we're seeing often in homes is the water bottle filler. Looks like we've already saved 17 plastic water bottles. Continuing down the hallway, we come into the laundry room. Some really neat colors in here with the green, the natural oak colors. You can see we did a built-in water and food station for the dog under the sink. Great spot for it. And then at the end of the room, this is a hobby room. Our clients have some different crafts and hobbies that they do, so I think there'll be a big table in the center of this room. Storage area here, they'll be able to get a lot of work done on their crafts and hobbies. So now we are standing in the kitchen of the guest house at the Pinnacle Peak Estate Project. You'll notice some differences in design, and so that was very intentional, as there's a relative that's going to be living in this home as opposed to the main house. So they each designed the interior of the home the way they wanted it, and the way they wanted it to function, and the way they wanted it to look aesthetically. And so although the exteriors all match and look the same, you'll notice some differences in here. So we have some white backsplash here behind the range, some beautiful floating shelves, and then a custom steel hood that turned out just awesome. So you'll notice the beautiful quartzite countertops that are used on the island also convey over here on the fridge wall. Used it as a backsplash with these really cool chrome floating shelves. And because this great room and kitchen isn't a huge space, I think they made really good use of the space by doing this peninsula table off the island. So you have plenty of seating around it, but it doesn't take up too much space. So as we enter into this space behind me, we have the fireplace. Again, wrapped in that beautiful quartzite stone. There'll be a TV on the wall above that. And then these big sliding glass doors open up to a nice patio space with amazing views of the desert behind me. So I'm standing here in the primary bedroom of the guest house at the Pinnacle Peak Estate Project, and you're gonna notice lots of intricate details. So for example, on the floor, the whole floor in the bedroom is a chevron detail. The wood floor was laid in a chevron, which is just a really neat feature and brings a lot of attention to detail. As you enter, the door itself has lots of detail in it. We have more of the white oak TNG on the ceiling. So as we enter into the primary bathroom, you're gonna notice tiles on every wall of this room. And it's actually a porcelain tile that's made to look like a natural stone. And when the owner saw this tile, they just fell in love with it. And it covers all the floors, into the shower, and wraps every wall in the bathroom. So right off the entry of the guest house, you enter into this room, which is multifunctional. It's currently set up to be used as an office, but can also function as a guest bedroom. So space here where you could have a desk or a desk on the wall and slide it out of the way, and you pull this down and you have a Murphy bed built in for guests. This room also has a bathroom right behind this wall, so it can function as a guest suite with its own bathroom. So we're standing outside the Pinnacle Peak Estate Project, and You'll notice behind me there's still a lot of landscape going on. We're finishing up a lot of the exterior landscape and pool. Interior of the house is complete. We're just doing final punch lists. But as we look at the house behind me, one thing you'll notice about this Frank Lloyd Wright architectural style, mid-century modern, it looks really great. It's got clean lines. You're going to notice the low profile of the eaves of the roof. And those were some of the important goals of the architect, and I think it looks excellent. And so you'll notice the very low profile roof eave. You'll notice all the metal fascia detail. A shout out to Charlie's Roofing, our preferred roofing company. They do all of our metal work, all of our roofs. And it turned out just beautiful from the aesthetic standpoint. Now, one of the challenges that it creates from a builder's standpoint is because of those low profile roof lines, there's no space to run anything. You got to think, we got to typically get HVAC ducts through there, we got to get gas lines through there, we got to get electrical, we got to get plumbing, we got to get AV. There's so many things that have to flow typically through the roofs of the house. And so when you have a home like this, it does create some challenges. And we already talked about the non-conventional HVAC system we had to use for this house. And so that solved one of those problems. And then it also just creates some challenges on getting all of your window and door heights just right, because they go floor to ceiling. So there's a minimal tolerance on doors, windows, along with all of your rough-ins when you're building houses like this.